I arrive early to the engagement party and walk the halls like a ghost. Staff greet me with nods because they know me, but tonight they call me ma'am and not boss. That is the deal. I told them to treat me like any other guest. The lantern house smells like lemonwood polish and warm bread from the kitchen. The brick walls hold the light in a soft way that makes people look kinder. I picked every bulb, every chair, every song on the playlist. But my name is nowhere. The contract says Lantern Holdings. The caterer invoice went through my office. The band booked me weeks ago under an alias. I did it this way because I want the night to be about my son, Noah, and his fiancée, Harper. I want to stand at the edge of the dance floor and watch them shine. Noah arrives in a blue suit that fits him like hope. He hugs me hard, the way he did when he was little and a storm scared him. Harper glides in wearing a pale dress that moves like water. She kisses my cheek and whispers, "Thank you for everything, Lena." She believes I brought flowers and maybe a dessert. She does not know I opened the building at dawn and walked the floors with the manager to make sure the air smelled right. She does not know I asked the chef to add tiny crab cakes because Noah loved them as a boy. I do not need her to know. Love does not need a label. Guests stream in. Laughter bounces off brick. Someone plays a guessing game about how much the place costs to rent. I pretend not to hear. The band slides from jazz into a soft pop cover that makes the room sway. I watch Noah pull Harper to the middle. The way they look at each other makes me forget the years I spent saving and fixing and doing every small job myself. For a moment, I am only a mother who is proud. At the bar, I stand in line behind two women I do not know. Their perfume is sharp and clean. A server passes with a tray, and one woman leans toward the other. Harper's mother is the one with the diamonds, she says. Who is the older woman by the pillar? The other laughs. Some aunt. She looks like nobody important. The words are not knives yet. They are only needles. I tell myself to let them float away. Then Veronica, Harper's mother, comes close. She is bright and polished, the kind of woman who never loses a strand of hair. She smiles at the circle by the bar and says in a low tone, "She's a nobody, nothing to offer compared to our side." Her eyes do not meet mine, but they do not need to. I recognize the pose. I have seen it in showrooms and boardrooms. It is the pose people use when they are afraid of losing power. My chest tightens, but my hands stay calm. I look over the room. Noah and Harper are laughing with friends near the big window. I think about how this night should belong to them. I think about all the times I stayed quiet because peace is easier than truth. I count to 5. The feeling does not pass. Respect must live in the same room as love, or love cannot breathe. I take out my phone and send a short text to Tarek, the DJ. After the last toast, please cut the music. Hand me the mic. He replies with a thumbs up. I put my phone away and walk to the head table. I pour water. I straighten a napkin. I wait. The toasts begin. Friends tell sweet stories. Noah's best man says how Noah once drove across town to fix a flat tire for a stranger. Harper's sister talks about how Harper keeps a list of tiny joys on her phone. The room glows with those stories. I hold them like candles in my mind. When the last toast ends, Tarek lets the final chord linger, then lowers the volume. He comes to me with the mic. My heart taps twice against my ribs. I step to the center, not to the stage, so I am at the same level as everyone else. I promised myself I would stay invisible tonight, I say. The room quiets more. But I heard a comment that someone here believes I have nothing to offer. Before that story spreads its roots, I want to tell a different one. I look at Noah and Harper first. I booked the band. I paid the caterer. I own this building. I hid my name because I wanted the night to be about you, not about money. I am speaking now not to take the spotlight, but to set a boundary. No one in this room is a nobody. The whole place holds its breath. Glasses stop moving. A server freezes with a tray halfway to a table. Harper's eyes shine. Noah's hand finds her shoulder. Veronica's smile turns thin and stiff, like plastic pulled tight. I could stop there, but truth asks for one more step. I keep my voice gentle. There is something else, and I say it only because respect matters. Last fall, a private loan kept a local boutique from closing. It came from Lantern Holdings under a legal agreement. That loan was from me. I did not attach my name because I did not want favors. I only wanted a young woman to keep her mother's business and her pride at the same time. A soft sound sweeps the room. It is not a gasp. It is air leaving many bodies at once. Veronica looks down at her hands. The diamonds scatter light, but not warmth. For a long second, she does not speak. Then Harper steps toward me. "Thank you," she says, simple and clear. She turns to her mother. "Mom." Veronica blinks like someone waking up. "Aye," she swallows. "Elena, I did not know how to share this space tonight. I am sorry." Her voice is small and human. It is the first honest thing I hear from her all evening. Noah takes the mic. "We want our wedding to be about the people we love, not about who did more," he says. He looks around the room. "Smaller. Kinder. That is our plan." He returns the mic to me, and I feel light, as if a large cup I have carried for years is finally on a table. The music does not start yet. I raise my glass. "To Harper and Noah," I say. "May you keep telling the truth even when it shakes the room. May you never forget that the loudest person is not always the strongest. May you stand up for each other kindly." People lift their glasses. Some faces are red with surprise. Some smile in relief. Tarek fades the band back in, soft at first, then warm. Movement returns to the room. Servers walk again. A few guests come by to squeeze my hand. I do not need their praise, but I accept the kindness. Later, near the coat check, Veronica approaches me alone. Her shoulders are smaller without the audience. "Thank you for the loan," she says. "I was drowning. Pride made me mean." I nod. "Pride keeps us alive until it chokes us," I say. "Let's not choke." She lets out a breath that is almost a laugh. We agree to meet next week and make a plan for Harper and Noah that feels soft and true. When I leave the building at midnight, the city air is cool. I look back at the windows of the Lantern House. Music and light spill out like water from a fountain. I built this place with spreadsheets and stubbornness, yes. But I also built it for moments like this one, where truth takes its rightful seat and love can breathe. Tonight I was not invisible. I was visible in the right way. I was a mother who told the truth, then stepped aside so the dance could go on. Near the bar I hear my name without my name. Veronica leans into her circle and says, "She's a nobody, nothing to offer." Her voice is smooth like ice. It slides under my skin. For 1 second my face grows hot. I want to answer right there. I want to say every fact I have kept quiet all evening. But I close my mouth. I breathe in for 4, out for 4. I remind myself why I hid my name from the contracts. This night is for Noah and Harper, not for scorekeeping. I step away from the bar and stand by the pillar. The brick is cool on my back. I watch the room. Noah laughs with his best friend near the window. Harper shows her ring to her aunt. Staff carry trays in steady lines, the way we practiced when the building was only a plan on paper. I could walk to the DJ and end this now. But a fight in the middle of the party would steal the night. I will not do that to my son. I open my phone and text Tarek, the DJ. "After the toasts, please cut the music. Hand me the mic." He sends a thumbs up. That is all we need. We have worked together for years. He knows what a clean stop sounds like. He knows how to bring a room from loud to still. I fill my water glass. I taste lemon and a little sugar. The band plays a soft cover. The lights from the candles make small halos on the tables. I look at Veronica again. She is telling a story with her hands. People nod. They like glitter. They always have. I remind myself that glitter is not gold. It is only glass that learned to shine. A server passes with crab cakes. I take one and remember Noah at 8 years old, legs swinging from a chair in our old kitchen, saying, "Mom, these taste like tiny boats." The memory steadies me. I want to keep this night safe for that boy who is now a man. The toasts begin. Harper's sister talks about the year Harper learned to drive and kept stalling on hills. Everyone laughs. Noah's best man shares how Noah once fixed a stranger's flat tire in the rain and showed up to class soaked but smiling. People cheer. Between toasts I keep breathing. I press my feet into the floor. I count the beats of the music under the speeches, the way I used to count steps when money was short and fear was long. I do not look at Veronica. I do not need to. I know the sound of my own boundary when it knocks. The last toast ends. A warm chord hangs in the air. I nod at Tarek. He lowers the volume until the room hears its own heartbeat. He walks the mic to me. I wipe my palm on my dress. I step forward. I choose the moment, not the fight. Chapter 3. When the music stopped. I stand in the center of the room, not on the stage. I want to be eye to eye. People turn. The silence feels soft and strong, like a blanket pulled tight. My voice is steady. I promised myself I would stay invisible tonight, I say. But I heard a comment that I have nothing to offer. Before that story grows legs, I want to tell mine. I look first at Noah and Harper. I booked the band. I paid the caterer. I own this building. I kept my name off the papers because I wanted tonight to be yours. I am not speaking to take the spotlight. I am speaking to set a boundary. No one in this room is a nobody. Chairs stop moving. A server freezes with a tray in the air. Someone sets a glass down too hard, and it clicks like a tiny bell. Harper's eyes fill. Noah takes her hand. Veronica's smile turns thin, the kind of smile that does not reach the eyes. I could stop here. It would be enough. But respect needs light, not half-shade. I breathe once more and continue. There is one more truth. Last fall, a local boutique almost closed. A private bridge loan arrived from a company named Lantern Holdings. That company is mine. I gave the loan. I did not put my name on it because I was helping a family, not buying a favor. I let that sit. I do not say numbers. I do not say dates. The point is not money. The point is dignity. A soft wave moves through the room. It is not a gasp. It is air leaving many bodies at once. Veronica looks down at her hands. The diamonds throw light, but her face has none. She swallows. For the first time tonight, she looks like a person and not a picture. Harper steps toward me. Her voice is small but clear. Thank you, she says. She turns to her mother. Mom. The word is a question and an invitation. Veronica lifts her head. Lena, she says, and her voice shakes. I was wrong. Pride made me cruel. Thank you for helping me when I was drowning. I am sorry. She does not add a reason. She does not add a spin. For once, the sentence stands on its own feet. Noah takes the mic from me. We want our wedding to be about love, not size, he says. So we're changing plans. Smaller, kinder, and with rules we all agree to. No ranking who gave what. No secret gifts. If someone helps, we say thank you. If a line is crossed, we speak up fast. He looks at Harper. She nods. They both smile, the kind of smile that reaches the eyes. I lift my glass. To Harper and Noah, I say, may you tell the truth kindly. May you protect each other's dignity. May your home be louder with laughter than with pride. People raise their glasses. The tightness in the room loosens, like a knot that finally finds its end. Tarek brings the music back in slowly. The band slides into a warm groove. Conversations restart. Feet move. The party breathes again. Later, near the coat check, Veronica finds me alone. Without the crowd, she is smaller. She twists her ring once and lets go. I would like to repay the loan, she says. I also want to start over. No more games. I nod. We'll write a plan this week, I say. Clear and simple. She lets out a breath that sounds like relief. On my way out at midnight, I pause at the door. I look back at the tall windows, the soft lights, the band working like a single heartbeat. I think of the years I built this place, invoice by invoice, fear by fear. Tonight I used it for the reason I bought it. To protect joy, not to show power. I step into the cool night air. I am not invisible anymore. I am visible in the right way, a mother who told the truth, then let the music play. The last toast fades. Laughter thins. A soft note hangs in the air like a held breath. I nod to the DJ. He understands. The song slides down to silence. I feel the weight of the microphone in my hand. My palm is warm. My voice is steady. When the room settles, I speak. I paid the caterer. I booked the band. I own this building. I stayed quiet to keep tonight about them. The words are simple, and they are true. I let them stand. I do not rush to fill the air. The DJ cuts the music. Glasses pause midair. People gasp. A server freezes with a tray. Somewhere, a fork touches a plate with a small, bright click. The sound goes farther than it should in the silence. Eyes turn toward me, then toward Noah and Harper, then back to me again, as if mapping a new shape of the night. I keep my voice low and even. I am not saying this to take the spotlight. I am saying it because respect matters. Tonight is about love, not rank. No one here is a nobody. The words go out into the room like a calm tide. Some faces soften. Some faces harden. All of them listen. Veronica's smile slips, and Harper squeezes Noah's hand. Noah gives her a small nod, the kind that says, I'm here. I meet their eyes and try to pass them my steadiness. They did nothing wrong. They came here to celebrate. I will protect that. I lower the microphone a little, so I am not above anyone. The staff working tonight are my people, I add. Please treat them kindly. They make nights like this flow. If you enjoy the food, tell the chef. If you like the music, thank the DJ. Good work deserves a name. Heads turn toward the kitchen doors. The servers stand a little taller. It matters. I look toward the bar, but not at Veronica. I will not make a show of her. I will not trade one wrong for another. If anyone here has felt small, I say, I am sorry. You are welcome in this room. You were invited because you matter to Noah and Harper. That is enough. A guest near the back clears his throat, as if he had been holding a cough for a long time. Another guest puts her glass down with care. The room breathes again, but more slowly, like a sea after wind. I take another breath with it. My heart eases against my ribs. I turn to the couple. Noah and Harper. I say, you are kind and you are brave. This night is yours. Please keep your joy. Harper wipes her eyes and smiles. Noah's shoulders drop a little, like a weight just slid off. I raise the mic to close. Thank you for listening, I say. We can return to the music now. Let's keep this simple. Be gentle with your words, be generous with your thanks, and dance if your feet remember how. A quiet laugh moves through the tables. It is not loud, but it is good. I hand the microphone back to the DJ. He nods once and lifts his fader a finger's width. The first notes return soft and warm, as if the song itself is careful not to step on any toes. The room shifts with it. Bodies relax. People begin to talk again, lower and kinder. A server finishes his step and sets the tray down where it was always meant to go. I stay where I am for a moment longer. I do not leave in triumph. I do not scan the room for praise. I look at the brick walls, the soft bulbs, the faces of people who mean something to the two I love. This is why I kept my name off the papers. This is why I spoke now. Peace without respect is not peace. Now maybe we can have both. Veronica stands very still. Her hands rest on the edge of the bar, fingers barely touching the wood. She does not look at me. She looks at her daughter. I watch her face change, just a little. The shine steps back. The person steps forward. I do not know what she will say yet. I only know the room has given her space to choose. Harper leans into Noah's shoulder. He squeezes her hand and whispers something that makes her smile. They move toward the dance floor. Friends gather close, forming a small shield of warmth around them. A cousin cracks a quiet joke to a table, and the table smiles back. The air loosens. I walk 2 steps and thank a server by name. He exhales like he had been waiting for permission to breathe. You're doing great, I tell him. He nods and slips away, calm again. The kitchen door opens on a puff of rosemary and butter. It smells like home, and my throat tightens in the best way. A pair of guests stops beside me. Beautiful room, one says. Feels fair now, says the other, searching for the word and landing on the right one. I nod. That's the plan, I say. Fair and kind. They move on, and I let their words float by. I did not speak for their thanks, but I am not too proud to accept a small good thing when it comes. The song deepens. Feet begin to tap. The light on the brick is steady and warm. I stand a little off to the side so the couple fills the center. I fold my hands and rest them against my dress to keep from arranging anything that does not need my hands. My work now is not to manage, but to bless, not to direct, but to witness. From the corner of my eye, I see Veronica lift her chin. She takes one small breath, then another. Her face is not fixed anymore. It is simply human. She steps away from the bar. She does not walk toward me yet. She walks toward the dance floor and stops at a respectful distance, watching her daughter laugh. For the first time tonight, she looks like a mother and not a mirror. That is enough for now. I look up at the lights I chose years ago and feel glad I chose them soft. Soft light tells the truth without making it harsh. That is what I wanted this moment to do. Tell the truth. Not punish. Not shame. Just tell it and let it stand, so love can breathe. The DJ meets my eyes across the room. He lifts his chin in a question. All good? I answer with a small nod. The music swells one more inch, and the party finds its rhythm again. I step back, take a sip of water, and let the night move forward without me at the center. My voice has done its work. The room can carry the rest. I feel the room shift after I speak. There is a tight quiet, like a knot pulled hard. I look at Noah and Harper. I do not want the knot to live in their night. So I lift the mic one more time. There is one more truth, I say. I am sharing it to clear the air, not to shame anyone. Last fall, a private bridge loan went to a local boutique from an LLC called Lantern Holdings. That LLC is mine. I sent the loan. It kept the doors open. The room goes colder than the champagne. You can feel it in your skin. A server steps back from the table as if the floor moved. Someone's bracelet clicks against a glass, and the sound is too bright in the silence. Veronica lowers her eyes. Her hands stay very still on the bar. All the shine on her dress looks like ice now, not light. I did not put my name on it, I add, because I wanted to help, not buy a favor. I am saying this only so respect can stand here with us. I keep my voice gentle. No numbers. No dates. No long speech. Just the fact placed softly where the insult tried to grow. Harper is the first to move. She comes to me and hugs me in front of everyone. Thank you, she says into the mic, but really to my shoulder. Noah nods and takes the mic with a calm hand. We want smaller kinder wedding plans, he says. No ranking who did more. No secret gifts. If someone helps, we say thank you. If a line is crossed, we say so right away. His voice is clear and kind at the same time. People listen. Some people look a little ashamed. Some look relieved. I give the mic back to the DJ. He nods and brings the music up very soft, like a blanket you put over a sleeping child. The room starts to move again, slow at first. Veronica stays where she is, eyes down. She does not make a scene. She does not leave. She just breathes. I do not go to her. Not now. The night belongs to the couple, and I will not pull focus back. I talk to staff by name. I thank the chef for the crab cakes. I ask the bar to add more water to the trays. I dance one slow song with my son, and one silly song with his fiancée. I feel light and steady, like a door that finally hangs straight on its hinges. When the party ends, Veronica and I meet eyes by the exit. She looks smaller without the crowd around her. Tomorrow, she asks. I nod. Tomorrow, I say. We both know what that means. The next day, she comes to my office on time and alone. No diamonds. No hard smile. Just Veronica. I pour water. We sit at the long wooden table where I have signed invoices and vendor contracts for years. It feels right to sign something honest here, too. I am sorry, she says first. No excuses. Fear made me mean. Her voice shakes a little. Thank you for the loan. I want to repay it properly, with a schedule we both sign. And I want to fix what I broke last night. We can do that, I say. I slide a clean draft across the table. Modest interest. Clear dates. A grace clause for life. And a final line. We treat each other with respect, even when we disagree. She nods. Relief shows on her face like sun coming out. We talk about the wedding next. We set new rules, respect first. We write them down so no one forgets. Smaller guest list. No speeches that compare families. No price talk, no show of money. If help is given, it is named and thanked, not hidden. If a boundary is crossed, someone speaks up in the moment, kindly and firm. My team will run the day. I will be just mom. Veronica signs the loan plan with a steady hand. She slides the pen back to me like a peace offering. Thank you, she says again, and this time it sounds like a promise. In the days that follow, the plans change shape. The ballroom becomes a garden. Big centerpieces become small jars with herbs and simple flowers. The band trims the set to songs you can sing without shouting. The menu keeps the crab cakes because some traditions are small and perfect. I send the brief to my staff and then step away. When I feel the urge to manage, I drink water and count to 5. I remind myself I kept this building so my family could have a safe place, not so I could stand on a high step. On the morning of the wedding, I walk past the lantern house and do not go in. I wave to a staff member through the glass and keep moving. At the garden, I take my seat in the front row like any other mother. My hands are empty except for a small bouquet. Veronica sits beside me. She looks like a person who chose to be kind on purpose. She leans close and whispers, "Respect first." I nod. Respect first. The ceremony is simple and bright. The officiant speaks about making a home where truth can live. Vows are said. Rings are placed. When the kiss comes, the wind makes the leaves clap in a soft way that feels like blessing. At the reception, my team works like one breath, and I do not lift a finger. I laugh when it is time to laugh. I cry when it is time to cry. I dance when the band plays the song Noah loved as a boy. Later, Veronica hands me the first loan payment in an envelope and a copy of a letter she sent to start a small scholarship in my late husband's name. She says, "No spotlight. Just help." I squeeze her hand. We are not friends yet, but we are no longer strangers pretending to be family. We are two mothers trying to do right by the same two people. When the night ends, I am tired in the best way. I am not the owner in a hidden suit. I am not the fixer behind the curtain. I am just mom. It is enough. It is everything. And the rules we set, soft, clear, and strong, hold the whole room like good light.